Today's regular season matchup between the Barton Bulldogs and your North Greenville Crusaders. For today's starting lineups, first for the visiting Bulldogs, at midfield, number 2, Katie Christiansen. At attack, number 3, Ariana Bainstock. At midfield, number 5, Lauren Bullock. At attack, number 6, Lauren Franco. At midfield, number 7, Rebecca Frazier. At midfield, number 8, Courtney Willis. At midfield, number 9, Alyssa Torres. At midfield, number 12, Kelly Dolan. At attack, number 15, Margaret McCafferty. At midfield, number 17, Kiana Jimenez. At defender, number 18, Carson Malaro. And at goalkeeper, number 13, Kia Morris. The Bulldogs are coached by Britt Kadlowick. And now, the starting lineups for your North Greenville Crusaders. At defender, a freshman from Malden, South Carolina, number 3, Caitlin Jensen. At midfield, a freshman from Orlando, Florida, number 4, Rachel Kellogg. At attack, a sophomore from Bowie, Maryland, number 5, Sarah Smith. At attack, a freshman from Apex, North Carolina, number 6, Madison Boudreaux. At attack, a sophomore from Simpsonville, South Carolina, number 7, Hannah Hawkins. At defender, a junior from Roseman, North Carolina, number 8, Candace Pettit. At midfield, a junior from Malden, South Carolina, number 10, Emily Colson. At midfield, a junior from Greer, South Carolina, Monica Caldwell. At midfield, a freshman from Canton, Georgia, number 17, Jillian Kiza. At attack, a freshman from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, number 19, Allie Easty. At attack, a freshman from Lake Mary, Florida, number 26, Brennis Napoli. And at goalkeeper, a sophomore from Fountain, South Carolina, number 2, Sydney Taylor. Your Crusaders are coached by Brianna Temple. She is assisted by Carrie Ann Barledge and student assistant Maddie Bessinger. At this time, we ask you please rise for the invocation and remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you today, thankful for another day of life that we don't deserve. We thank you for your son, Jesus, who died on the cross for us, and we thank you for the abilities and talents that you've given these athletes to come and perform for your glory. In your name we pray, amen. North Greenville University encourages and promotes good sportsmanship from student athletes, coaches, and spectators. It is our request that you support the officials and participants in this contest in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other derogatory actions directed at student athletes, coaches,
and welcome back outside to Pepsi Stadium here on the North Greenville Sports Network as we get ready for women's lacrosse as North Greenville Lady Crusaders lacrosse team gets ready to take on the Lady Bulldogs from Barton College in Wilson, North Carolina. I am Grace Sutherland with Dave Parson. Dave, a couple of new, still freshly minted programs. North Greenville in their third full season of competition. Barton in just their first.
Barton, thank you, Gray. And Barton is getting off to a slow start, 0-4. They've had 4 games in February, and they've had 4 losses, but they are building. They're trying to get their program started, and they should be a good matchup for North Greenville today.
North Greenville 2-4 overall, 0-2 in the Conference Carolina. So at the end result, somebody's going to walk out of here with a conference win.
Yeah. One thing we need to note right off the top, again, thank you for joining us on the Sports Network this afternoon. North Greenville women's squad is kind of depleted. They actually have all their players on the field. So they're trying to encourage students to get involved in Lady Lacrosse. And I'm sure Coach Temples would be glad to accept anybody new into the program that would love to join.
And Barton only has 2 subs on their bench.
For the Crusaders, number 8, Candace.
And then we'll go to the middle of the field for today's draw. Different from men's lacrosse, which has a face-off. Ball placed in between both players' sticks and popped up in the air, and initially will drop to the ground and scooped up by Barton. So Barton on the attack right away. There they go. Number 12 with it, Kelly Dolan. Looking over to the right side, over to number 5, Lauren Bullock, sophomore for Barton. Behind the goal, looking for number 17, Kiana Jimenez. Number 9, Alyssa Torres getting involved on the left wing. Up top is Dolan still trying to go down the middle, cut away by 3 Lady Crusaders. She'll attack from the right side, nothing doing there. Swing all the way around the goal, still nothing. Offered up by Caitlin Jensen and Emily Colson guarding the left side. Now North Greenville knocks it away. Barton battling to scoop it up, and they do so. Dolan still controls it for Lady Bulldogs, and now Bullock has it. Attacking from the right side. Still can't get anything over there. Jimenez behind the goal. Trying to free up. That looks like number 8, Courtney Willis down the middle. Closely guarded by Colson for NGU. Barton looking on the left side. Number 3, Ariana Fainstock. Gives it up to Dolan down the middle. Still nothing doing. Dolan trying to break free. Looks to fire a shot. And it goes wide right. And out of bounds. North Greenville looking for possession, and I believe they'll have it.
And the Bulldogs coming in having scored 10 goals in the season, so they are not afraid to put the ball into the net.
The goalkeepers today, number 19, Tiffany Fowler, sophomore from Washingtonville, New York for Barton. And for North Greenville, number 2, Sydney Taylor, sophomore from Fountain Inn, South Carolina. So Barton gets the ball back. Still on the attack here. It's been pretty much all Barton, as Fowler has yet to see any sort of pressure her way. Dolan continues to run point for Barton. She gives it up to Margaret McCafferty. Now a hard battle just at the edge of the attack zone. And a foul called against Barton. It'll be North Greenville ball. Number 26, Brennis Napoli on defense for NGU. Coming up with the ball, and Napoli takes off. Looks for the open man, finds Number 7, Hannah Hawkins, forward to number 5. That looks like Sarah Smith as that goal goes left, and that is actually, that is not a 5. That looks like number 19, Allie Estes. No good on the shot from Estes, and it will go back to Barton. So the first bit of pressure Fowler sees is wide left from North Greenville. We're scoreless through the first 3 minutes as we play 2 30-minute halves in women's lacrosse. Pass juggled there, but reeled in by Carson Malero. And over to Alyssa Torres. Torres looking left. Not much offered up by number 11, Monica Caldwell, midfielder for North Greenville. And Caldwell, or it's Colson, getting called for the penalty. A little bit of free room given to Torres. Gets it to Nolan. Looking down the middle, he's got Torres on the setup. Around to the right. North Greenville not giving any sort of room.
Good defense by the Crusaders so far. They're limited by rule against physical contact with the player, but the defense can still pressure, and they've done a great job so far.
Yeah, you won't see any kind of stick checks like you do in men's lacrosse, and if that does come up, it's most likely going to be a major foul against the committing team. Sydney Taylor coming up for the stop, has the ball, but is still being pressured by Bullock. North Greenville gets the ball back, and a high pass sailed, one hop, almost fielded by Kellogg. Rachel Kellogg on the hop. She will reel it in and take off toward the attacking zone. Now she drops the ball, gathers it back a second time, only just, and now gets a pass away to Napoli. Napoli left side looking for some room to work with. Needs a little bit of help too.
Not as much passing in the women's game as the men's game. The men seem to have a clockwise or counterclockwise motion when they're playing, and their passes are right on the net, the stick net, but women are just looking for an open player somewhere, it looks like.
Emily Colson looking to create some momentum down the middle. Cut away by Barton. The pass intended to pass from Colson. It got out of her stick. She recovers it. And gets a pass away, number 4, Rachel Kellogg. One of the 6 or 7 freshmen on this women's lacrosse squad. First shot, or second shot, misses wide left. And Hannah Hawkins, closest player to it, NGU possession.
Hannah Hawkins leading the Crusaders now with 14 goals on the season and 1 assist for a total of 15 points. So she's playing the right low point so far this game, and I look for her to move out into the shooting position when the opportunity arises.
Now, Hannah Hawkins is fast, and we'll have a chance to see that here as a penalty against Barton. Hawkins fakes a shot, fires a pass, looking to line it up down the middle. Shot taken and will go in. Looks like number 6, Madison Bedreau, with our first goal today.
And that would be her 12th goal on the season. So she's right behind Hannah Hawkins in the scoring list right now. A few more goals like that, she'll catch Hannah Hawkins.
Yeah, the 5, 6, and 7 numbers for North Greenville. You've got Sarah Smith, Bedreau, the freshman out of Apex, North Carolina, and then you've got Hannah Hawkins. All 3 of those, or at least we know Smith and Hawkins are speedsters. We haven't really seen a lot of Bedreau, so getting a good look today at what she can do. Back to midfield for the draw. First one was won by Barton. Looks like North Greenville battling for this one, and it will be a Lady Crusader win. Rachel Kellogg gets it. Over to Bedreau, left side. And it's a little bit of a push. Foul called. So Bedreau will get a little bit of room to work with. Looking to Jillian Kisa. Keeps a right side, shot taken, missed wide left from the post. Number 10, Emily Colson, firing that shot. Just not on target. Still North Greenville ball. And here comes Napoli from the left side. She'll hook a shot in and good. Well, you're right, Dave. We don't see that. We don't see a counterclockwise or a clockwise motion most of the time in women's lacrosse. But Napoli attacking from that left side angle, tough shot to get it to go.
And the women have the wraparound shot going, where the men had trouble the other night with that wraparound. I think they only scored 1 goal on a wraparound. The women seem to like that a lot more, coming from behind the goal and just sending it right back into the net.
North Greenville couldn't break that game open against Walsh until about the 3rd quarter.
Right. Crusaders up 2-0 early on this one.
I think there was more goals scored in that men's lacrosse game than there was snow on the ground Sunday. Another draw win here for North Greenville. Number 4, Kellogg, looking for the pass from the right side. Got 2 defenders stuck with her, gets it to Bedreau.
You mentioned the snow on Sunday. It's a beautiful day today, 51 degrees, light wind, a lot of sun. Really pleasant day up here.
Don't jinx it.
Don't jinx it, I know. Well, it's not going to get bad before the end of the game, so we're going to be fine up here today.
Yeah.
I really enjoy being up here in this kind of weather.
Lots of space given to Colson down the middle. Shot partially blocked by a defender. Number 2, Katie Christiansen might have gotten a piece of that for Barton. Now Christiansen having to guard against Colson. Pass away to Kellogg. North Greenville leading 2-0. Looking down the middle, shot blocked, knocked away by Fowler. And now Hawkins battling for the ground ball. It's picked up by Barton. Now the Lady Bulldogs looking to get out of their defensive end. They'll move it down the middle. Number 12, Dolan going forward to Torres. Torres bobbled a pass from Bullock.
We have another call. I believe it was a holding penalty, grabbing penalty or something.
Room given to Torres. She'll take off down the middle. 3 defenders around her. She gets the pass away to Bullock right side. And Barton calling for a timeout. And everybody will drop their sticks and head over to their respective sidelines. That's another particular from women's lacrosse, is everybody drops their sticks where they were positioned so that we can resume play from the exact spots.
Yeah, good chance to give a shout out. I was looking on the lacrosse roster for Barton. Number 6, Laura Franco. On defense, 5'4" freshman from Leo, Indiana. And I hope she's got family and friends up there joining us today up near Fort Wayne, Indiana, just to the northeast. Very familiar with that area.
I think they also got some basketball going on up there, or will have.
Yes, and we're going to have some NCAA basketball going on here tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true.
Some very good teams locally here in Greenville.
Yeah, North Carolina, Duke. Yeah, South Carolina's here too.
Oh, you just upset the South Carolina fans. I know they're North Greenville fans, most of the viewers we have, but we got some South Carolina fans too. So anytime you can get into the 64 for the big dance, you've got a pretty good team.
Yeah. Also, thanks for ruining Tennessee season back in the fall. But yeah, it's great to have all that coming to Greenville. They just hosted the SEC women's tournament, and now they get the first 2 rounds of the big dance. So things looking pretty good for the upstate. North Greenville leading by 2 goals over Barton. Things looking good here early from Pepsi Stadium.
If you're not already in the upstate of South Carolina area, we invite you to come down and join us. Greenville has a lot to offer. Come by North Greenville University here in Tigerville and take a little tour of the campus, look around, see how beautiful things are up here just in the foothills of the mountains.
So timeout is concluding. Barton reduced to 1 timeout for the half. North Greenville still with their full complement of 2. And Barton will resume the attack. Player to watch for Barton so far has been number 12, Kelly Dolan. Right now it's in with number 5, Lauren Bullock, to Jimenez behind the goal. Looking to attack down the left post. North Greenville guards it well. Taylor comes over to watch. High pass away from the Barton player. It's Dolan battling for it. North Greenville takes the foul call. It will be Barton ball. Nolan with Dolan in control. Number 9, Torres, Alyssa Torres, runs the right side. Looking over to Bullock. Bullock and Jimenez have been mostly behind the goal today for Barton. And Jimenez looking for that wraparound shot, slips on the turf. We continue on. North Greenville scoops it up. Taylor looks for the clear. It looks like NGU is going to get it down the far side of the field. Ball knocked away. Official will stop play for a moment. Room will be given to NGU. Numbers a little difficult to see on that far side, but it's Bedreau with it. Lots of space down the middle, looks down that way and finds a wide open number 17, Jillian Kisa for the goal. That just looks like that just looks.
Number 17, Jillian Kisa.
I was going to wait for the confirmation that was Kisa on the goal. That just looked like a loss of defensive containment by Barton.
Yeah, number 17, Jillian Kisa, her 7th goal of the season. Also, I'm sorry, Green. Go ready. I was going to give a shout out to the Barton Bulldogs to have a couple players from California. A long way for those girls to come out here and play lacrosse and get a great education at Barton.
At the draw, ball knocked away and picked up by NGU. Number 6, Bedreau with it. Candace Pettit just took that draw for NGU. Now there's a scramble for it as it's in the attacking zone for NGU. Barton looks like they might end up with it. It's still loose. And it's picked up by North Greenville. Knocked out of the stick from Kellogg. She can't hold it. Smith goes after it. Smith wide open on the right side. Shot goes in. Good. Smith on the assist. And I believe the goal will go to number 19, Ali Estes.
Another goal by number 19, Ali Easton.
Right again.
Yeah, good call. And that'll be her 6th goal of the season.
So it's 4-0. North Greenville continues to pull away slowly. 19:37 to go in the first half.
Had to verify the number on the jersey for that goal because that's where Hannah Hawkins has been setting up until now. So I thought it might have been Hannah Hawkins, but it didn't look like her.
If I remember right, the past couple of years that we've been out here to see NGU women's lacrosse, it's been Sarah Smith who likes the middle lane, and Hawkins tries the wings off the posts.
Yeah, it used to be Smith and Colson girls getting most of the goals.
Well, here's Hannah Hawkins with it. She's one-on-one, getting chased into the corner. Fires it away to Napoli. Napoli's been working that left side with Hawkins today and has been able to find some space to work with. They're trying to send Hawkins again to the left post. Napoli fires it back to Colson and over to Bedreau. Bedreau cuts it back left. Looks like we have a penalty coming out as Barton knocks it away from Bedreau. And the official pointing at the turf, looking to line Bedreau up for a quick shot. Be a good opportunity here for a goal. Pass to the left side for Kellogg. Kellogg doesn't have the shot. Has to get it back to Bedreau. And Emily Colson also helping run setup up top as now she attacks on the left side. Blocked out to Hawkins from the left side. Hawkins looks for it off the crossbar of the goal. Picked up by Colson. Colson loses it. And Barton looking to get away. There's a good stick check from behind. And that one was clean, and it's scooped up by Estes again.
I was just about to give a shout out to the Bulldogs defense. Very, very good defense on that last possession before the ball hit the crossbar.
Hawkins tracks down the high pass and gets it back up top. Kellogg and Bedreau running that way. Here comes a shot, in and good from Kellogg.
And that's another goal, this time by number 4, Rachel
Some of the
Kellogg.
freshman talent starting to get involved for North Greenville. Number 4, freshman from Orlando, Florida, Rachel Kellogg gets a score.
Yeah, now Rachel Kellogg gets into double digits. That's her 10th goal of the season.
And North Greenville doing a good job of spreading the ball around. You don't want to focus too much on 1 or 2 players because the opposing team will see that and start crashing in. So far, it's been about four or five different goal scorers, and it's been working for North Greenville.
Yeah, I think 5 different players have scored with the 5 goals that's on the board.
Pettit still doing or taking the draws as a hard check against Jimenez. We'll give her some penalty room. Jimenez takes off. North Greenville's defense dropping back to help cover. And Dolan gets it. She's been pretty active this first half. For Barton, another whistle. And North Greenville takes possession of the ball.
Current stats showing North Greenville with 11 shots and Barton with 2. Shows the difference in the scoreboard.
Defender slips. Has some good moves by Bedreau. Finds her across midfield. Looking Hannah Hawkins left. Hawkins dropping back behind the goal, looking for support. Napoli comes up. Napoli skips a pass just wide, but picked up by Colson. Colson looks behind the goal. Hawkins on the move, has some room, one-on-one with the keeper, bounces it off of Fowler, picks the shot back up, can't get it to go in. Finds a teammate behind the goal on the right side.
Yeah, Hannah Hawkins tried to bat that one in after the goalkeeper knocked it back to her.
That's always a dangerous save by the keeper and a sinking feeling when you deflect the shot right back to the person who fired it. Another foul against Barton. So North Greenville with some room off the right side, pass down the middle, shot in and good. That one is from number 5, Sarah Smith.
Number 5, Sarah Smith.
Smith puts North Greenville up 6-0. Good to see Sarah Smith getting involved. Hannah Hawkins turned away twice on that attempt, but able to sit. Sarah Smith able to get the shot in.
And you mentioned it, Gray. 6 different players scoring 1 goal each now, 6-0. Definite spreading the wealth around. Everybody getting a chance here on the North Greenville side.
Pettit once again on for the draw. Short pop up. And Barton ball. I'll drop Pettit back. And now Barton on the attack. Down the middle they go, number 7, Rebecca Frazier. Back to Jimenez. Dolan once again. Looking the right side, ball knocked away and scooped up by NGU. Good defensive coverage by Jillian Kisa. And she forwards it to Hawkins. Hawkins on the move, one-handing the stick. And now she'll pull up and look for support. Napoli crashing down left. Kisa down the middle. Hawkins goes to Napoli. And Hawkins will move over to the right side. Now Monica Caldwell getting involved. Caldwell with a pretty solid looking cradle motion with the stick. Looking down the middle again. Shot good from Kisa. And I believe she will become the first multi-goal scorer for NGU.
Yes, she will. She'll be the first to two. And maybe they're going to start cycling around. Everybody else will get their second one now. Jillian Kisa listed as a midfielder, but she's also playing offense and obviously has a very good shot to the goal.
Kisa, another one of the freshmen on this team. And so far, I'd say it looks like head coach Brianna Temple's laying a good foundation to try and build off for the future. Again, North Greenville women's lacrosse, only one senior last year. As Dolan takes the draw down the field for Barton. Looking over right side, number 5, Bullock. Now Hawkins knocked the ball away and trying to scoop it up. But Bullock will win that fight and proceed down the right side. Pettit comes up on defense. Bullock gets the pass away to number 7, Frazier.
Well, that was a good offensive move. Double teamed, and she found the open player. That was wonderful.
And Frazier had a open slot right to the net. Number 4, Kellogg, had to stand her ground to prevent Frazier from getting to Taylor. Just past halfway of the first half, North Greenville leading 7-0 against Barton, and the defense comes up with another stop. Kisa takes off with the ball. She'll pull up just across the midfield stripe and get it to Napoli. Down to Hawkins. North Greenville bringing Bedreau up.
Count the goal, but that was an errant pass that bounced twice, I think it was, before it actually entered the goal. Confused the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper, I think, thought it was going to be a pass as well.
Well, that was
But it is a good goal.
I'm glad you were watching, Dave. I was looking at the roster trying to get a name.
Yeah, I'm not sure who actually was trying to pass, but it bounced a couple times and just rolled right into goal. The goalkeeper either lost sight of it or was confused thinking the pass was completed.
Oh, that'll be the one where you have to go back and watch the tape.
Yeah.
Did they? I don't even think they. And Bedreau gets it in. They just announced.
Yeah, that was an unusual goal, I have to admit. But it counts.
Well, take them if you can get them. North Greenville leading 8-0. Trying to come up with the ground ball again. And they will. Pettit with the stop. High pass brought down by Smith. Smith down the right side. Looking over Hawkins left. Hawkins has it knocked away, able to recover it as it was knocked right behind her.
Once again, Bulldogs showing good defense.
Hawkins trying to split the difference, does so. Loses the ball right in front of the goalie. And a whistle. And Hawkins will get a prime opportunity here. Slight angle from the left side, but a quick shot here against Fowler can put up number 9 on the board. And we go. Hawkins backs away, loses the ball, and it's picked up by the Barton defender. Number 9, I think it is, who's been covering Hawkins today. Torres wins the fight. Now number 3, Ariana Fainstock, has it knocked away by number 17, Kisa. Kisa now under duress. Makes her defender miss. A little bit of room, gets past to Hawkins. Hawkins up to Caldwell. And Caldwell taking a couple of hits. And we'll be given some room here.
Gray, I've got to give a shout out to Kisa that time with the ball control. Something that you don't see very often. She switched her hands up and down on the lacrosse stick.
Oh boy, 2-on-1 here. North Greenville can't come up with the goal. And another whistle. It will be Barton ball.
Back to my comment about Kisa. Sometimes she would hold the stick right-handed and sometimes left-handed. And that's very unusual to see, but it gives her an extra advantage.
Torres to the left side. Barton has numbers over there. Number 12, Kelly Dolan once again. A high pass right to Jimenez, right on the money. Jimenez boxed out quickly, forced to go back to Bullock. Again on the right side, pass right into the stick of number 17, Kisa. North Greenville pressing down the right side. Smith able to work it forward. Now almost another 2-on-1. Defenders catch up. Hawkins 1-on-1 with the keeper, and she gets it.
And North Greenville just pressed that ball right on down to Hannah Hawkins, 2-on-1. Hannah Hawkins never hesitated, just fired it right past the goalkeeper.
Yeah, they caught Barton with numbers forward. Barton's been pressing a little bit more and more every possession they get, and they were able to. That's how much speed Sarah Smith has. And she was able to work it forward. I think that was Emily Colson on the right side who got it to Hawkins. Hawkins in the back of the net for her first goal. Second goal.
I believe it's her second goal now. She's still the team leader with goals. I believe that's 16 on the season now for her.
Now Hawkins, no doubt a leader for this Lady Crusader squad. As Dolan takes off, well, she might try and take this one herself. Has it knocked away from behind, and once again, it is Kisa on the defensive stop. One of the Barton players loses her stick. She picks it back up. That was Dolan. North Greenville's going to press quickly down again. Over to Napoli from the left. Napoli under pressure. Wants to go to Hawkins but can't. And gives it up to number 4, Kellogg. Kellogg to Colson. North Greenville trying to sneak Monica Caldwell underneath. Instead, here comes Colson on the move.
Just over 10 minutes to go in this first half now.
Sarah Smith on the right side looking to Monica Caldwell down the middle. They had her open. It was just a bit behind her, and Barton comes up with the stop. Lady Bulldogs down the field. A check from Kisa as she'll get called for the foul, working against number 15, McCafferty. 2-on-2, 3-on-2 for the moment. Kisa trying to catch up to the play. Pass fired to the left side. Skips just a bit wide to Courtney Willis, but she corrals it. Willis, Jimenez, to Jimenez. And then back to Dolan. Dolan, quick feet. Check from behind from Colwell, and Colwell gets called. So Dolan almost right down the middle to Taylor. It's going to be close. Dolan gives it out right side to Bullock.
Bulldogs passed up that shot. They've had 2 shots on goal so far in this game.
Bullock heading around the goal. Switches spots with Jimenez. Goes back right side where Jimenez just moved to. Jimenez back to Bullock. Kisa's got the coverage. Dolan's got the ball for Barton. Pass just away in time to Torres. Torres on the move, right side. Nowhere to go for the shot to Jimenez. Jimenez fights her way inside, skips it off Taylor. And Barton will have to chase that one into the corner. Bullock going after it. Still live ball. And it's scooped up by North Greenville. Taylor just got the ball in time. And now looking down the field. And they'll get it away. Colson takes off. Napoli over to the right side. Kisa picks it up. To number 4, Kellogg. Kellogg looks for the shot. It's knocked away by Fowler. Tries to scoop it in. It doesn't go. And Hawkins, closest player to it for NGU. Well, Hawkins earlier tried to go for the rebound shot. Kellogg trying to shove it back, or trying to shovel it back in.
Using her 9-iron at time, trying to chip it into the net.
Attack from the left side again. This one is good. I think I see a 10, Emily Colson.
And that's a goal by number 10, Emily Colson.
And it is a goal for Colson. Nothing. 7 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, Emily Colson now on the score sheet. Eight players showing having scored today for the Crusaders.
And that's almost the Lady Crusader team, excluding the keeper, Sydney Taylor, as Pettit takes the draw. Pettit's got it, looking to Hawkins. Hawkins behind the defense, gets the shot to go.
And we have yet another goal.
Well, it's becoming the Hannah Hawkins show now.
Well, how many times did we say that last year?
Well, yeah, but actually we said it a lot more last year, I think, for Smith, but Hannah Hawkins had a great year. Hannah Hawkins got injured about mid-season, if I remember right, and she missed a few games. She had a forearm injury, and it kind of kept her out.
And then Smith got hurt.
She
with
did
something too, and
right. She missed the last almost half the season.
North Greenville is searching around for a prolific goal scorer. Having no problems here on the draw. North Greenville player slips. That was Bedreau. She's able to gather herself back up. Eventually the ball lands right back with Hannah Hawkins. Hannah Hawkins trying to get the ball away. It's loose again. Napoli scoops it up. Rebecca Frazier has a tough task of guarding Hawkins, as here comes Napoli from the left side, looking back to Hawkins. Down the middle they go again, and that one was partially deflected. Now the Colson going for the shot. Scramble for it right at the back line. Ball still being knocked around. And finally rolls out of play and will be awarded to Barton. Well, Barton's going to have to go the length of the field here.
And that's not an exaggeration, because they were clear back at the back line, so they've definitely got to go the entire distance if they're going.
Well, they made it 2/3 of the way before Napoli knocked it away, and it was scooped up by Monica Caldwell. Caldwell to Colson. They've got Kellogg down the middle. Hawkins left. Here she comes again. Doesn't take the shot as the keeper Fowler shifted back to her right.
You wonder if Hannah Hawkins didn't make a sportsmanship move there, because she had a shot.
Napoli back to Kellogg. And Colson coming up to support the right side. Bedreau looking for that middle lane. Barton's got 3 defenders around her. Hawkins again in the corner, gets the pass away. Around from the left, Sarah Smith. Barton not giving an inch. Kisa with it. Barton not giving a lot of room as Laura Franco pressuring from the right side.
When the Lady Crusaders don't have a quick shot, Barton plays good defense.
Coach Temple's calling for more movement. Napoli will be awarded some space off the Barton foul. Hannah Talander guarding Napoli there. Napoli from the left to Smith. Now Hawkins bobbles it. And Barton looks like they're going to come away with it. They do. Boy, number 7, Frazier, wasn't letting that one get away. And here come the Lady Bulldogs down the right side of the field. Number 2, Christiansen with it to Torres. Lost a little bit of speed there on the exchange. Now Jimenez right side. Trying to get around Kisa. Kisa having some support. Taylor coming a little bit away from the crease to try and watch where Jimenez is. On the right side, tries the low shot, rolls back.
And she got the goal.
Just rolls in.
That was a nice wraparound that time. Just put it low and bounced it in.
And Taylor just lost it in the grass.
I think she had a couple of her own players in her line of sight and kind of lost the ball there.
And she was a little bit out of, it looked like she was coming a little bit off her mark to try and see around Kisa, who was back there.
So the Bulldogs score around the 2-minute to go mark.
So Pettit heads back to the draw line, going up against Kelly Dolan. And Dolan not too shabby today for Barton. Jimenez gets the Lady Bulldogs on the board. It's 11-1. North Greenville still leads by 10. And Pettit retracts the ball down and then loses it right back to Torres. 5-on-4 here for the moment. Torres has it knocked away. Foul called. And Barton ball. And this is going to line Torres up for a shot here as we're into the final minute of the first half. So Torres from the left side does have a bit of an angle. Colwell's going to try and come in from the right. And it's Kisa and Taylor. Torres pulls back from the shot, heads to the right side, finds Bullock. Barton with 33 seconds to Jimenez, who just scored. North Greenville's leaving a lot of space on that right side. Pass down the middle. Torres just off the end of her stick. That pass has been a little bit cleaner. She might have had a shot in on Taylor. Still Barton ball with Jimenez. Clock down to 12 seconds. They've got to get going here.
Yeah, just looking at Jimenez, that was her 4th goal that she scored just a few moments ago. 4th goal of the season for her. Very good.
Kisa had a shoe timeout. Now we're back underway. 5 seconds, though, for Barton. Jimenez fights in from the left. Forced to give it back to Torres. She bobbles it, and it's scooped up by Kellogg, who will run out the half for North Greenville.
That brings the first half to
Quite a
today's
productive
contest to a
half for
close.
NGU. They put in 11
With a
and
score
only
of
allow
Barton
1.
Your North Greenville Crusaders 11.
So we'll head into the 10-minute halftime. North Greenville leading 11-1 as we'll wait for the second half to begin against Barton and NGU. Both teams searching for their first conference win here on the North Greenville Sports Network.
Yeah.
North Greenville's had some early season troubles with turnovers. It's good to see them keeping that number low today. We're going to be back to midfield between Candace Pettit, number 8, and number 12, Kelly Dolan. And we're going to be back at midfield for the draw.
For the Bulldogs, it's number 12, Kelly Dolan. For the Crusaders,
North Greenville with 3 players with 2 goals and 5 with 1. So we'll see who can get to the 3rd goal here if they're going to advance the goal count.
And Candace Pettit once again comes away with a win on the draw. To Hannah Hawkins. Holds on the quick shot behind the goal. Looking back left, Napoli still running that left wing position. North Greenville now defending the left end goal. Barton defending the right end goal. Trying to go for the bounce shot. Can't get it to go. North Greenville keeps possession. Hawkins closest player to it. That was Kellogg on the shot. Kellogg had that pass tipped, but still picked up by number 6, Madison Bedreau. Hawkins right side. Hawkins through 2 defenders and gets it in.
Yeah, proving once again why she's the North Greenville Crusaders, Lady Crusaders leader in goals.
By number 7, Hannah Hawkins.
Now, if she gets any open space, she will not hesitate. It's just North Greenville having some difficulty trying to navigate the defense to allow Hawkins to get open. When they can, it's a good day. If they struggle, well, it might be a tough day. False start called on the draw. So Candace Pettit will be taking off right from midfield. Goes over that way to Kellogg. Rachel Kellogg, number 4. Kellogg looking over right and gets it back up. Monica Caldwell sets play up top. Also has number 6, Bedreau, still up there. Estes coming across the goal as Bedreau fights her way in and gets tangled up with Torres. Well, they catch Torres for the infraction. Be a good opportunity here for another goal. Pass back to Colwell. Colwell, I believe, one of the few NGU players that hasn't been able to find the back of the net today. North Greenville working. Here comes Smith off the right post. Closely guarded to Napoli. Napoli looking for the shot. Cuts it through the middle and goes to Bedreau. Bedreau to Colwell. Colwell back on the move again. Takes a few steps and goes over left side. Kellogg still hanging on to the left wing. A little off target to Smith, but Smith brings it in. Now Napoli gets it back again. Kellogg lining up Colwell.
Lady Bulldogs still showing pressure defense. When North Greenville doesn't have the quick shot, the defense is very good for the Bulldogs.
North Greenville's moving players from the right to left, trying to open up the middle. Barton's not having any of it. A little bit of space for Bedreau. Gets it back to Colwell. Colwell still working around with number 6, Bedreau. Kellogg also up there. Caldwell looking for the open lane down the middle should she get it. Napoli switching over to the right side. Hawkins has it, makes a cut inside, looks for the shot, and to the right side, the keeper, in and good.
And that's another goal.
I believe that puts Hannah Hawkins at 3 on the day, so she's now leading for the day, also leading score for the team for the North Greenville Crusaders, Lady Crusaders.
Took her a little bit to get going, but I believe Hawkins at full steam now. And so that means we'll head back to midfield for another Pettit and Dolan draw. And popped up and controlled by Pettit. A little bit of help from Kellogg. Hawkins down the left side working with Kellogg. And number 17, Jillian Keisha. A little bit of a flip pass there to Kellogg. Keisha bobbled it momentarily, able to keep possession. Barton leaving the middle wide open, and a whistle just before Kellogg made the break.
Actually, a fortunate call for the Lady Crusaders, as the shot didn't count and the goaltender did kick that away, so now they're going to get another opportunity.
Kellogg fires it left, bounce shot goes in. Number 6, Madison Bedreau.
Goal by number 6, Madison Bedreau.
Oh, Madison Bedreau having a good solid day.
The Lady Bulldogs, I believe this was their first game in March. They had 4 games in February. Their game schedule is kind of spread out. They do have another game here at North Greenville tomorrow with Montevelo College, but they haven't had a whole lot of play time, so they're still learning, and their defense is very good for this early in the season.
Pettit has to do a jump to get that draw in, and it's picked up by number 6, Bedreau. Takes off down the left side. Now Bedreau needs some help. Behind the goal, Sarah Smith. And number 19, Ali Estes, also back there. Emily Colson comes up to support the right side. And running up top in the formation, Monica Caldwell. And just before Caldwell it makes the break, whistle. And should Caldwell elect to take the shot, she'll have a look right down the middle. She does, fires it, and gets it to go. So add Monica Caldwell's name to the list of goal scorers today for North Greenville, 15-1. Just over 20 minutes to go in the second half.
Goal by number 11, Monica Caldwell.
I wonder if the Lady Crusaders are trying to match up with the men's lacrosse and come up with 19 goals. Didn't we see 19 the other day?
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Or at least.
And timeout, Barton. That's their first of this half.
Timeout taken on the field.
20:50 left to play. North Greenville leading 15-1. We'll take a timeout with them and bring you to the conclusion of today's match between Barton and North Greenville here on the North Greenville Sports Network.
all-star. Do what I say, do, don't false start. I know this beat go hard. My whole team screaming loud on one car. Turn up. Slow down. Yeah. Turn it up. Speakers sound loud and the bass is up. I'm on fire, can't cool me off now. Hold up. Turn me 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 up. Hey, turn me up.
Once again, we're back on the North Greenville Sports Network. We thank you for joining us again today. Beautiful day and a nice crowd on the far side. And the temperature has actually gone up a little bit and the wind has died down. It's a really beautiful day out here. If you can't get out to join us here at Pepsi Stadium, we appreciate you joining us on the network. And a reminder, tomorrow we'll be bringing you women's softball from across the field.
We were just talking about during the break, the expected high today was, 50 degrees, and we have actually surpassed that to 53.
Yeah, at least we don't have snow on the ground.
That is a good thing. Looks like Barton will take this draw a bit longer than expected, but Jimenez is able to scoot the ball down the field just enough. And she has it knocked away from behind by Bedreau. Bedreau loses it to Dolan. Dolan off to the races. Another foul against NGU. It's another thing we haven't. One thing we haven't seen today is any major penalty. So pretty clean game so far.
Yeah, that's a good game between both squads today.
High pass over the head of number 5 Bullock. She has to track it down and slips as it's scooped up by Kellogg. Kellogg off to the races. Will cross midfield and pick up number 19, Estes. Estes looking to Hawkins. Hawkins juggles it and loses it back to Barton. Christiansen will start us underway.
Now that's an unusual call there by Hannah Hawkins. I think they called it actually a hand touch on the ball.
Kind of like a handball in soccer. Well, North Greenville able to get it right back. They forward to Hawkins in the corner. North Greenville also dropping, it looks like, Napoli behind the goal. Or here's Napoli on the left wing. Gets it back to Hawkins. Got Jillian Keisha dropping to the right side. Hawkins also moving over that way. Napoli to join her. North Greenville overloading the right side. Coach Temple's urging to drive again. Right side, Napoli. No room to gets it to Hawkins instead. The part of the goal obscuring who's over on the left side. Looks like Estes. Cuts it inside, knocked away by Fowler, scooped up by Dolan initially, now knocked around and lands with Christiansen. Now Christiansen having trouble scooping it up. And it is North Greenville ball. Or no, it's Barton ball. Christian at a two-on-one disadvantage, but able to win possession back. And now stolen away by NGU. Around to the left side, Barton crashes in. Pass to Sarah Smith. Smith looking to Napoli. Napoli swings left. Torres guarding her. Caldwell has it. Barton again leaving some space in the middle. Caldwell tries to fill it. And Barton able to crash in. Bullock, first defender there. Pass over right side. Got Estes over there. Napoli moving with Estes on the right side. Caldwell again up top. She has Keisha providing support to her left. Caldwell looking down the middle. Barton closes in and forces Caldwell back outside.
Lady Crusaders in obvious no hurry to shoot the ball at this point, as we're rapidly approaching halfway through the second half.
And another whistle. Looks like a foul against Barton. Caldwell driving from the left side. Caldwell takes a step in, and now will move back out. Napoli to Hawkins, moving right to left. Trying to outmaneuver defender. Hawkins off the stick of Fowler. Gets the shot back. Lady Crusaders swing it around the left side, back up top to Caldwell. She lost it, hauled it back in. Caldwell down the middle, looks for the shot, got it.
And that's another goal by number 11, Monica Caldwell.
Let's see, Caldwell adds her second to Joyanne Bedreau, Hawkins, Keisha as the multi-goal scorers today for North Greenville. The only 3 Lady Crusaders who have not scored are the 2 defenders, Jensen and Pettit, and then the keeper, Taylor.
Jensen and Pettit are listed as defenders, so we're probably not going to see them score unless they switch positions. And if they do, they'll probably have to switch sticks because the defensive players have different length sticks than the offensive players.
And they also, since they don't have any goals, no shots listed for them either, so it looks like they will be sticking with their positions for the game. One thing Pettit has been good at today is winning the draws. Pettit down the right side to Sarah Smith. Trying to get it caught to Kellogg, and it's picked off by Dolan. And Dolan loses it, and it's picked up by Kellogg. Ground ball is also in favor of North Greenville today. 15-8. We'll have another one here. Barton will pick that one up. Oh, maybe not yet. Now it will be controlled by Frazier. Kellogg couldn't haul it in. It's loose again. Jimenez trying to get a pass away, and now just will take it herself. Long pass, lots of Lady Bulldogs open down the field. Scooped up by Willis. Courtney Willis over to the right side. And gets it to Torres. Here comes Torres right side. Holds the shot, heads over left side. Tried to get Jimenez on the push down the middle. Swing it out to Dolan. Dolan looking back to Torres. High pass over the head of her intended target. And that'll be a turnover back to North Greenville. Taylor hasn't seen much pressure today. She has made 3 saves. She's had 5 shots in her direction. And looking to go for the clear. Barton moves up to try and force the turnover. North Greenville gets away from the pressure. Emily Colson takes off. Got Sarah Smith open left side. Smith looking to the middle for Napoli. One hops it to her. Hawkins swinging around to the right side. Connects up with Pettit, and Pettit scores. I'm pretty sure that was Pettit.
That's a goal by number 8, Candace Pettit.
And it is. Well, we just were talking about wondering if the defenders were going to get down the field and score. There's one for Pettit.
Well, give credit to the Lady Crusaders trying to get everybody involved in the game. That's really good to see all these ladies get a chance, especially building on this second year now.
Well, now that leaves Taylor, the goalkeeper, and Caitlin Jensen, the other listed defender for North Greenville, as the only 2 Lady Crusaders who have not scored a goal today. Ground ball finally scooped up by Torres for Barton off the draw. Barton backtracks just a little bit, now working their way forward. Lauren Bullock with it. Napoli and Hawkins pressure her. A little bit of a check by Napoli. Knocks the ball away, and a cleanup hit there by Barton. No major penalty, just a foul. That will be Napoli picking the ball back up for North Greenville. Over to Hawkins. Napoli has it again, left wing. Takes a couple of checks, fights her way inside, loses the ball. Able to pick it back up and fire it away. Over, shoots her intended target, Pettit. And now I think they're trying to get Jensen involved. Here comes a shot just off the feet of the keeper. That one coming from Colson. Tracked down by NGU. Jensen has it. Caitlin Jensen, number 3. Looking to head down the middle, gets around, tries to go for the scoop shot. One hops it over the goal, and it will be Barton ball. That was a pretty good chance for Jensen. Couldn't quite get the angle right. Barton chasing the ball out of play. And back to NGU. Number 18, Carson Malero, couldn't track it down in time. Pettit moves up to the right side. They've got Jensen over left. Pettit with the ball, on the move, and another goal scored. Number 19, Ali Estes.
And the Lady Crusaders are now up to 18 goals, one short of the men's posting last week of 19 goals.
And we still have just over 9 minutes to see if North Greenville
And
can
that's
get
a goal
Caitlin
by
Jensen
number
a goal.
19, Ali Estes.
What's going to be the interesting one if they, how are they going to get Taylor to score if she can?
Long shot.
Boy, that'd be something.
Actually, what they could probably do is they could probably take her out of goal and put somebody else in goal,
Timeout
and then
taken on
let
the
her
field.
change positions to an offensive position. That'd be one way to do it.
Yeah, Taylor, the only listed goalkeeper for North Greenville, so that'd certainly be interesting. Timeout called.
It wouldn't have to be for the rest of the game,
Yeah.
even though there's only 8:52 to go. But another person in goal, another lady in goal now, would actually give her some experience as being goalkeeper too.
North Greenville leading 18-1. We've got 8:52 as the clock stops here in the second half. Now we'll go ahead and take a timeout with them since we had a lengthy one last time. So we'll bring you back to the conclusion here of the lacrosse match between Barton and North Greenville.
As we're about to return to action here at the North Greenville University campus in Tigerville, South Carolina. Again, we thank our viewers for joining us. Just a thing about the scheduling now. On Saturday, the Lady Crusaders are going to be playing the University of Montevallo. They're going to stick around after Friday's game tomorrow with Barton on this field, and then they'll play North Greenville at 2 o'clock on Saturday.
It's almost like a little mini tournament comes to Tigerville, so Barton will be staying in the area as they will play Montevallo here at Pepsi Stadium. North Greenville, like you mentioned, Dave, will play Saturday. Another foul on the face-off. And Barton will control. Now they lose it. McCafferty can't hang on to it. Scooped up by Estes. Estes high pass, somehow controlled by Smith. Now she loses it again, able to knock it right back to Colson, and another foul. Colson sprints away again and pulls up on the right side, waits for assistance. Jensen has it. Here she comes from the right side, drives in, goes for it, can't get it, goes left. They've been trying to set her up. That's 2 chances now.
Maybe the third is the charm.
Still got 7:50 to try and get it. Jensen's got it again. Here she comes, cuts left, good move. 2 defenders on her, looking for the pass. Intercepted for the moment by Barton. Now they lose it. Napoli scrapping for it. And it will be NGU ball. Dolan just out of her reach.
Yeah, I think she scooped it up just as she crossed the out-of-bounds line. She didn't realize where she was on the field, I think.
So North Greenville looking toward Jensen again.
And we're going to have Barton Bulldog substitution, I think. First one of the game. Oh, I'm sorry, second one of the game. We did have a substitution. Number 10 came in. And now number 11's coming in.
Have a foul against Barton here. Jensen's going to get a good run up. As, oh, there's no 11 on, okay. Okay, Jensen going up against Fowler. Comes the shot, and she scores! Caitlin Jensen with the goal.
I think number 11 is going to be Annika Jonsik-Reisdahl
Goal by number 3,
from
Caitlin
Turlock, California.
Jensen.
If my my research is right here.
Well, all
So
right.
that'll be all the Barton players in having entered the game today. Since number 10, Hannah Thailander, also came in during that timeout.
It doesn't look like North Greenville will move Taylor forward. So
No. They're still, I think, going to try to get that 20th goal just to show the boys.
But every player, apart from the goalkeeper, has scored a goal. As here comes Hawkins from the left side. Hawkins getting chased into the corner, loops the pass back up top to Kellogg.
And Lady Bulldogs have told Hannah Hawkins, I think you're done for the day as far as goals. So unless Hannah wants to answer that challenge.
Yeah, she's got 4 on 8 shots. Kellogg working with Colson. Colson against Malero.
And we're just under the 5-minute mark.
And another foul.
Yeah, and the referee's got a yellow flag out this time. She put it back. Or he put it back, I'm sorry.
Now I think we're going to finish this one out without any major penalties.
Yeah, that's great to see the women play like that. Good competitive game.
From the right side, here comes Hawkins again. She faked the shot and gets it back to Kellogg. Well, that was quite a fake by Hawkins. Over to Colson, left side.
And no question, Hannah Hawkins is the leader of this squad. She's trying to get all of her lady players into the game now.
Kellogg.
Very good leadership on her part.
Smith over to Hawkins. Hawkins, tiptoeing that line, and she stepped out of bounds, but I think the referee says she had a little bit of help.
Yeah, forced out, looks like, yeah. Uh-oh, ball loose.
That pass gets away a ways from Colson, but Colwell retreats back for it and gets called for a foul. So Barton will pick it up. Ariana Fainstock.
3.5 minutes to go now. See if Barton can get that second goal. Be great to see them put another one up.
Jimenez, 1 goal on 2 shots for the Lady Bulldogs. That is the lone score. Another whistle. And an NGU foul. Barton attacks behind the goal, looping around to the left post. Number 8, Courtney Willis, drives in, spins, loses the ball, still loose, and picked up by NGU. Colwell had a swing at it, and it's finally picked up by Smith. Down the field to Estes. And trying to loop a pass to Kellogg down the left side. She will scoop up the ground ball. Back to Colwell. Colwell waiting for some support. Has Colson up top, Napoli running left. Now Napoli cuts underneath. Here's Kellogg going up against Jimenez. Napoli in the corner. Now we're down to 2 minutes. Estes, Smith, Hawkins. North Greenville working that right post. Hawkins retreating into the corner, now trying to make a move out. That referee right in the middle of everything. Pass right to Colwell.
I think we will be hard-pressed to see another Crusader shot now. They'll be happy to just match the boys at 19.
Trying to get Smith on the roll. And Estes loses it. A push going to be called against Ali Estes again. Trying to guard against Kelly Dolan.
And the clock's still running at 55 seconds, so I think we've seen the last of the Lady Crusader shots.
Well, let's see if Barton can get 2 on the board. Frazier able to get away from 3 Lady Crusaders to Jimenez. Cross midfield. Jimenez gets around Colwell. Gets around Colson.
She'd be the lady to shoot it.
And takes a check from behind by Colwell. Knocked away, scooped back up by a fellow teammate. Got McCafferty coming up to help her. And Colwell not giving up. And they call Colwell for a foul. Almost looked like a delay of game sign. Don't think it was, but it looked like it was. Now Colwell gets called again. So 2 seconds left. Barton's got to get something going, and it's intercepted by Sarah Smith. Or no, that's intercepted by number 6. That was a 6, not a 5. As Boudreau will run this one out for NGU. Quite an offensive day, really all around for NGU as they take down Barton 19-1. So North Greenville will pick up their first conference win, 3-4 overall, 1-2 within the conference. Barton 0-5, both overall and in conference play. Kiana Jimenez finishes with the lone goal for Barton. 1 goal on 2 shots. Lauren Bullock, Alyssa Torres, and Kelly Dolan had the other shots for the Lady Bulldogs. For North Greenville, quite a stat sheet they ratchet up. Everybody except Sydney Taylor, who's the goalkeeper, scored at least 1. Jensen with 1 on 3 shots. Kellogg 1 on 6. Smith 1 for 1. Boudreau 3 for 3 and 2 assists. Hawkins 4 for 8. Pettit 1 for 1 with an assist. Colson 1 for 4. Colwell 2 for 2. And Jillian Keisha 2 for 2. Ali Estes 2 for 4. And number 26, Brennis Napoli 1 for 1. North Greenville 35 shots. They get 19 goals out of them. Only 3 saves for Taylor. She had a fairly relaxing day in goal. Did get pressured a few times, allowed 1 goal by her. Barton, 5 shots. They get 1 goal out of that. 8 saves for Fowler. North Greenville takes the ground ball category 23-14. They did not score the draws, but I feel North Greenville won a majority of the draws today. And North Greenville only missed 1 clear, 14-15 to Barton's 9 for 11. No major penalties today. And North Greenville 10 turnovers, Barton 15. So time to announce and name our Moses Greer player of the game. Since we're done at roughly around 5:30, you've got time to get down there to their location on Wade Hampton Boulevard. Dave, what do we think?
Well, I'm looking at the stat sheet and I'm kind of divided here. We're gonna have to vote. I'm looking at Hannah Hawkins. She's definitely a leader, and 4 out of 8 goals today, 8 shots and 4 goals. But I'm also looking at Madison Boudreau.
And that's where I'm leaning too.
Yeah, 3 goals, 2 assists, and 3 shots. So she basically had 5 points compared to Hannah Hawkins' 4 goals. So technically, I guess they're kind of evened up. But I'm leaning toward Boudreau.
Yeah, because we knew what Smith could do. She's fast. Hawkins has great moves.
Right.
And right in the middle there was Madison Boudreau, the freshman. We hadn't seen at all what since this is our first women's lacrosse broadcast. We finally got to see what she can do, and
yeah, she put on a good show.
She did, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's Madison Boudreau, your Moser Greer player of the game. How's that?
Sounds good.
Okay, so the freshman from Apex, North Carolina, out of Middle Creek High School, Madison Boudreau, number 6, picks up Moser Greer player of the games, and a tip of the cap to Sarah Smith and Hannah Hawkins for picking up right where they left off. That 5, 6, and 7 looking pretty good for North Greenville. And also the stat sheet they rack up today, everybody contributes. Even Sydney Taylor with her saves, getting it back to her team.
Exactly, good team effort. And once again, we thank you for viewing today on the North Greenville Sports Network on Ustream, and we'll be here tomorrow with a 1 o'clock start on softball. It will be a softball doubleheader against Mount Olive. And we'll be just across the way where we can actually see our stand for the softball broadcast. And it should be a warmer day tomorrow. It's supposed to still be sunny. So we'll be here and we'll take care of that for you.
Softball doubleheader Friday, softball doubleheader Saturday as well.
Weather permitting on Saturday. We understand there might be some weather come in, but we're hoping that it'll get through here and we can actually do the broadcast for you Saturday.
So that will do it for us here from Pepsi Stadium. Our first women's lacrosse match in the books. North Greenville takes it 19-1 over Barton. And this squad progressively improving. They were just out of the top 4 being able to host a conference tournament game last year. So see what they can do here early. So for myself, Grace Sutherland, for Dave Parson, for Christian Athey, and Alan Cahaley, this has been the North Greenville Sports Network.